Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to International Racing League, the exhibition series. It's the last round, it's round for a 100% quali, 100% race, lol. Here in Bahrain. It's the last round of the exhibition series. Let's check. I think my field already won the exhibition series in terms of points. But yeah, I think with Q1, Q2 and Q3 should definitely be interesting how the drivers are deciding with the strategy, as we have the equal cars, not like last week with the realistic performance cars. So yeah, I think my Fielder should get pole. That depends still on which tire is going to set his lap. And because we have Q1, Q2 and Q3, the drivers are starting like in real life on the tires qualify on Q2. And yeah, let's see, I think Mafialda is the first one to start his lap. He chose the Ferrari together with Andre Sarok. He is currently on softs, but is for his Q1. Usual thing. Comes with turn 2 and 3 now. Yes, I need to get the stream up on my second screen as Mafialda locks up a bit. And Bran in chat, no worries Bran. It's Mafialda finish now the first sector and it's purple anyway, because he's the first one to set up and I think it stays purple for Q1. I need to get the track map on. Around track map. Nope. No. As my first coming now down to turn 13. Step track map up. My fuse Powerblast is also the first guy to set a lap. And let's see what benchmark he is setting in for Q1 at least. Coming on to turn 14. The small turn here is turn 15. So activate the asphalt this a little bit. What is the benchmark? It's an 125.1. Let's see. That's one of the terrorists. It's Lee. Again validated. What about Cameron in the Red Bull? Also on soft, says Jack. It's 1.3 seconds down on Matthew's time. What about Cameron Young? Cameron Young is normally a fast driver in F1 as well. What is he gonna set? It's a 125.4. Behind him we have Cameron, but he's not on a lap. One of the Ferraris, it's Sandra Zarok. Activating the levers for a small bit. Bottom's gonna use that. Up to P3, 125.7. Then the other Red Bull of Pax Ferraris. Coming to the line. P5, 126.4. Mercedes behind him from Popeye. It's 127.9. Then we have a Renault. Should be Gerard Fosbury. Or Gerard Lee Fosbury. Obviously, in the Renault, what is no surprise. What is his benchmark? It's 126.2 and it's P4 for him now. What about Grayson? What time is going to set? P8 for him, 27 flat. And we have a Williams of 30 on inters. Okay. Cameron, I think is his name. As I don't know all of the S3 driver names. Coming through the last corner. What time will he set? It's in 126.8. Behind him one of the Red Bulls. One of the Williams. Oh, Terminator. Set a time in between 26.2. Not far off Cameron. Not Cameron, Jared. And what about Kevin? He's not on a lap. And Corrigan's on a lap. He's purple in the first sector, okay. Nothing I would expect from him. I don't think he's the only one on the lap right now. Now the DRS rate. Joel on the left there, also on his out lap. My teammate from F2. Yeah, normally I would have drove today, but we had no commentator because Olive will need to go to a COVID test or something else. So yeah, I hopped in. So I missed this race, unfortunately, but yeah, sometimes I need to do comms as well. What's no problem from here is Adam Corrigan coming to the last 2 corners here. What time will he set? I think he should be around Terminator and Paco. As he's in between them, 26.4. What about Kevin? I think he started his lap. Yes, he did. On the DRS rate. So I think I need to put the volume a bit down. As Cameron was retired in a bit, I think then that's his lap for Q1. As the bottom 5 will not come to F2, Q2. But Kevin Harrison in the last corner now. I think he should be up in the front around Sandra, Jared and Terminator as well. That's then 125.4 and it's P3 for Kevin Harrison. What about Tom Jewell? He's going slowly. Then we go with Lee. We'll set his first time now. So he's one of the faster drivers, so definitely up there. So he goes P4 with a 25.7. Behind him we have the Red Bull of Michael Marlowe. Sets his first time and it's 26.4. What else do we have? Cameron should be on his own lap. Same as Adam. There's one of the racing points, I think Sir Hamrick. As he slows down. Okay. What else we have done? Ferrari on an out lap. It's not Ferrari, it's not for Romeo. Sandra Zarok is on his lap. Oh no, he's on 0 ERS, so he's not on his lap right now. Oh my god, I just saw now I forgot to change language from German into English. Yep, that's a usual thing for me, to forget this. As Sandra is doing space for my Fiolder, who tries now to improve on his time. On the second soft he has. Is he gonna improve? No, he's not. 25.8. It's a slow lap from him. What else we have behind? I think a place. No, he isn't. I think. I think no one's pushing right now. I think. Oh, Jared Fosby, I think, is on a lap now. Then I think we follow him now. So I forgot really to change my language. What was Jared Fosby's 2 seconds, 2 tenths down in the first sector. Coming now down to turn 8. He's on his way to the tricky corner here. Easy to lock up there on the left front. But I think he's right with ABS, so he can't lock up. As he's on the nearest rate. Coming to turn 11 now at his left hand rear. And now to turn the right hand rear, turn 12. Don't touch his inside curb there. That's also called the death curb. As Jared is still 1/10 down, but purple in the second sector. Jared is finding in the last sector a bit of time to improve. Maybe around 2/10 to match his teammate for today in the same car, Michael Muller, but he's driving to the pits, so he's not going to improve at Brandon Glover, I think. Brandon is in sector 1, that was the wrong Mercedes I caught. Let's probably start this lap, but I think then it's Brandon Glover who will be the next one to set a lap time. At the moment in turn 11. It's purple in the mid sector. Brandon definitely, I think, someone who can match Matthew if he wants. But let's see what he can do. Coming through the last corner. Activating DRS. As he goes only 5th fastest with a 25.7. What about a Blaze? Yes, he is finally on his lap. To get himself out of the bottom 5. What I'm really sad. It's P5. 25.6 from him. Behind him I think we have Tom Jewell, but he's starting his lap now. Demo of the Ferraris could be some disorder. No, it's Mafia Order then. Grayson is 1/10 up in the mid sector, so he's gonna improve. Is it enough to get out of Cam? To get out of the bottom 5 and have the chance to get into P2. He's activating his DRS now. As he jumps Cam rules to get provisionally Q2, but Tom Jewell is definitely one of the drivers. If he's not bottling, to get easily a Q2 and maybe also a Q1. So maybe Grayson driving out again with another set of softs to get this 1/10 to be ahead of Samrick. But I see it's Adam. Tom Jewell now at the last small straight to come to the last corners. What time will he set now? It's 1:25.8 and it's P8 for him. Who else is on a lap? Let's see. Brandon, I don't know if he's... Yeah, he is on another lap. He's 1/10 up right now. And he's trying to waste not much tires. So I think he's all on the same amount of softs as he was earlier. Let's have a look. Yes, he is. He slowed down 1 lap to save the ERS to go for another run. I think a lot of drivers are doing that. But no Brand Glover on the second run. Let's see what he can do. It's, finishing the mid sector. Now he is nearly 4/10 up. What would move him into P2 out of Cameron Young. Maybe he's also finding another small bit of time through the last sector, last corner now. To go full throttle to the line. I think he missed the right gear shift now. But he jumps P2 as he's less than 10th behind Matthew. But it's only Q1 at the moment, so nothing where you need to sweat about. Adam is on another lap. So Blaze retired from the session. I think he's that he's safe. He should be. Adam wants a bit of slipstream. As Luke also needs still to set a time. Same as 30, but 30 is on his outlap at least. What about Adam? Adam is a small bit up on his time. Should be an invalidation. Oh, luckily it's not. Come on, Adam. What can you do? He had a good race in F2 till some point as he's going into the pits. Then Sir Hamrick. I think there's someone a bit far ahead. I mean, I don't want to start this lap. Jared Fosbury is on this lap. It's Brandon and Jack both, I think, going for another lap. But I think Brandon will pit. Should not waste his tires now. Let's see, he's here. Then Sir Hamrick. Is he behind or? He's behind. Ahead of Terminator, so let's follow him. As ahead of him is Fergie. That's the Williams I was searching about. As Brandon retires. Fergie, definitely one of the faster drivers. Should get out of the bottom 5 easily, but you never know. Let's come to cross the line. So up to P10, what about Sir Hamrick? Also goes up to P10, so Sir Hamrick's out of the bottom 5 now. What about Jack? I want to go back to Terminator, who is a small bit out on this time. Comes through the last corner. Full throttle to the line. He improves one place. It's Luke. Yes, Luke will get a lap. Maybe he gets himself out of the bottom 5. He started his attempt now. What about Sunrise? Sunrise should go into the pits. As Matthew is on another lap and you validated. Then what else we have? So Ramrag is on another lap. It's trying to, I think. But I think we should follow Luke. This Luke is definitely a driver who needs to get out of the bottom 5. He needs to set a minimum of 126.484. This is the time from Paco Suarez. Paco should be also on a lap, as he's finishing his lap right now, and he's 7 times up. He's gonna jump a lot, up to P7 for him. And now Grayson is down in the bottom 5. So we're back with Luke. Trying his best through the last corner. Full throttle from here on. Is he get out of the bottom 5? It's only P19 for Luke now. As Jared is the last one on track. And that's Q1 done. As we have Grayson, Jack, Cam, Luke and Popeye out of the qualifying now. I expected a bit more from Jack, but yeah, maybe he didn't have it all together to finish a good lap. But yeah, that's Q1. So, Q1 results, we have Matthew on P1 out of Brandon, Cameron, Kevin, Lee, Ablaze, Paco, Sandra, Tom, Michael, Sandra, I think his name is Enzo, Fergie, Ermin, Jared, and Adam. Out of the qualifying now is, as I said already, Grayson, Jack, Cameron, I don't know, Luke, and Popeye. So it'll be definitely interesting to see who is going on to mediums, who is trying the different strategy for Q2. Who will pick mediums, who will pick maybe maybe at least hards, but I think hards are useless on this track. I think because it's a soft soft medium or soft medium soft. But I think also some drivers are a bit slower, want to match with soft drivers or mediums. So it will be definitely interesting to see. So I'm waiting now for a driver to go on track. One of the runners is coming out. Both of the runners are coming out. Okay. Should be Michael and Jared. Jared on mediums and Michael on soft. That's interesting. As Jared's now coming through the final corner, the start is lap on mediums. I will follow him because he's gonna set the benchmark on the mediums. As you have a lot of drivers out on the mediums, as one of the Williams crashed. Let's have a short look. It's 30 on mediums. Come on, what are you doing? But let's go back to Jared Fosbury. A few drivers also out on softs. Terminator and Michael. But Jared now coming to turn 4. And he's gonna set the first time for sector 1 to beat. It's in 20 at 1. I think Michael behind him on the soft should easily match that. Jared now it's turn 8. The tricky left turn downhill here. It's turn 9 and turn 10. Activating the DRS for the straight now. He's got a bit of wheel spin at the exit. He wants a bit of friction from Cameron there in the red ball. Goes into turn 11. Turn 12, don't touch the inside curb. As he has, it's a 105.7. It's mid sector benchmark. Jared Fosbury is now about to come through the last corner. Go full throttle through to the line. Set the first benchmark, it's an 127.2. What about Michael Marlowe? It's an 126.1. Behind him we have Paco. I think, no, it's not Paco. We have Ermin behind him. Is he gonna beat Michael's time? No, he isn't. 26.4. Then now Paco Suarez on the mediums. What him really do? Will he beat his F2 teammate? No, he isn't. Then Matthew Alder should beat everyone, as he is. 26 flat. Tom Jewell closely followed by Lee. Both are mediums. Jewell is through the last corner, locks a bit up. Gets a good exit. To the line. What about Tom? It's 27.1 before, and Lee it's in 26.2. P3 for him. Then we have Adam at the spot where he bottled in the last lap his P2 in F2. Not the best numbers of the of turn 12. So he goes a bit slow through the last corner. What time will let him do? It's on 27.4 and that's P8, slowest of all times right now. Okay, then let's watch someone going for another lap on the mediums. No. Everyone slowing down as I expected, and I think we follow one of the people starting their laps, as it is Sir Ramrick. Goes through the last corner on, mediums, he's trying his best as an F3 driver. Maybe he's up for a surprise. Starts his lap. Closely followed by one of the Red Bulls. I think Paco gone for another lap. But I think it improved a lot. So we're going to turn 3 now for the first 3 DRS rates. Where we can open the rear wing for a few speed, for a small bit of speed. Always I'm speaking. As Hamrick is a bit of a mistake in turn 7. Came a bit too far on the curb. Now in validation mode is a bit lucky. Now down here braking into the left-hander. Here it's turn 10. Activating DRS for the second DRS rate. Coming to turn 11. He's using the curb a bit to get a better turn in. As I think Paco spun out of turn 10. So now I go 105.9. Coming down to turn 14. And 15. Oh, he lost his back and the bit. This will destroy completely his time. As it is 27.6. Oh, I think he was on for like 0.4, 0.3 maybe. Ah, that's really unlucky for Sir Americ. I think his name's Enzo, but I'm not sure, so I'm not calling him like that. Then Sandra Sorok starts lap. Kevin Harrison. Or as I call him, Kevin Harrison. Is on his lap. This 111, using all of the track here to get the best possible turn in. It's got really good run through turn 11. See his power limit sector 105.2. So let's see what Kevin can do on the mediums. Going to the line. It's P6 for him. 126.5. Then we have his car mate, Ablaze, finishing his lap. It's on 126.3. Oh, it's P4 for him. Strong lap. As sound rate just invalidated. What about Cameron started his lap? Someone else on the lap. Airman started his lap. Brandon is down this time, he's not on a lap. Jared Fosbury is on a lap. Is he ahead of something? No, that's alright. Okay, Jared is the next one to set a time. Because Brian is on a lap. Tom gets out of the way. Jared 1.2 seconds up on his time, currently on 26 flat. But would put him on provisional Q2 pole. It's not pole anyway, but for Q2. Coming to the last corner. Jared sets and 125.8. Followed by Tom Jordan starts his lap. Cameron Young up to P8, 26.5. Terminator 5 sets up on his time. Currently a small bit behind Jared, but maybe it's finding enough 10th in the last two corners to get P1. And it's P2, 25.9. But I'm like, I think he tried another time. I think he also improved. But not enough for now. As Tom should be on a lap, as it looks like, as Jared gives him a bit of a tow. What's Tom's sector time? Is he up on his time? Yes, he is, 3/10. We'll put him at a moment in the same spot. He needs to improve by 5/10 to match Kevin's time. So we're coming to the last corner. Bit of missing, bit of a lock up. As Tom finishes his lap as he stays in P10. Not enough to match Kevin's time. How about Brandon to the pit now? As he is behind him, we have Adam. Who's going to the pits. Then one of the Red Bulls. It's Cameron also going into the pits. So everyone else on track. Oh, Sandra is on an out lap. Trying on mediums. But definitely I think he's going up. Into turn 1 we go with Sandra's Aragon more. First DRS right. Activating the DRS. Coming down to turn 4. Bit of a lock up here. What is the sector time? Oh, first you get off the way. Oh my god, check your mirrors, guys. Always check your mirrors. Sandra now, I think he's going to save his tires, good for another run. As that wasn't okay from Fergie. He's revving his engine. Oh, I feel bad for Sandra. But the closest guy to start the lap is also Sandra, so we stay with Sandra. Second attempt for Sandra Sauer. Going full speed now. Activating yours for the whole street. Come on, straight. As it comes down to turn 1. I think it's the last chance for Sandra to set a time, as we have only 1 minute 46 left. There's a lot of drivers are out on soft for a lap, so yeah, let's see. Maybe Sandra doing a bit of a surprise. But I think people like Matthew are just reacting to the others. If someone is improving that, Matthew can smash another time. But let's see what Zoro can do. As he gets unlocked up in this downhill braking zone, it's braking zone there, because it's downhill and you need to go more on the brakes, and then the tires easily lock up. Let's see if Sandra's sector time, maybe I can calculate a bit where he is right now. He's 4 seconds up, it's on 27.3, not 28.3 right now. So Sandra definitely will find another few seconds. So he needs to jump now into the top 10. Oh, he's out of fuel! He's out of fuel! No, Sandra! As he was on a fucking good lap, because the time was ticking still and he crossed the line with a 28.4. Oh my god, that's a blaze. In the meantime, got the fastest lap right now for the first. What about Fergie? On memes, what can you do? That's P10 for him. As if Matthew Alder starting his lap. What's the guy with this? It's Jared Frostbeat 2 turns up on his time. He's, I think, not gonna match a Blade's time. But let's see what he can do. As he is up on a 0.5. One of the has. It's Adam Corrigan. 1.2 seconds up on his time. So he's sent back his first lap. As he's up to P3. Wow, Adam, good lap. What about Sir Amtrak? Sir Amtrak, can he be up for a surprise? Yes, P6 for him. What about Pox Suarez? Pox Suarez invalidated his lap. That's out of Q2 for him. What about Brandon? No, there's someone far right of him. That's Matthew Alder. He doesn't even need to finish his lap. He can save his tires because he qualified his 26.0 on mediums. And also Brandon is safe because Fergie retired from the session. And then here we see Matthew, Lee, Brandon, and Cameron all starting on the mediums. Oh, look how close it is between Kevin and Cameron for the getaway into Q3. Getaway, why? It's 4,000. This Brandon is coming to cross the line, and that's Q3 done. Sandra, please retire. Sandra, retire, please. Sandra, I think P50 for Sandra. Yeah, very unlucky, but it's just such a small bit. He missed out before his fuel was empty. As Q2 is done for now. So Q2 grid is, or Q3 grid is, a place out of Jared, Michael, Adam, Erminator, aka Ermin, Matthew, Sir Hamrick, Lee, Brandon, and Kevin. Not Kevin, Cameron. Kevin is out of the top 10, so these all have the free titles. It's Kevin, Fergie, Tom, Paco, and Sondre. So they all have made it. Also Fergie and Tom both are not far, within 600s to get Q2. So it's unlikely for them, but definitely we have Ermin and Sir Hamrick, and also Michael as a surprise to be as a free drivers in Q3. His first drivers are on track. Blaze and Michael, Ermin. Here we go. It's Q3, the final session. 4 pole, 10 drivers. As the place now is the first one. The start is lap. Activated the DRS. Down the mid straight we go as one of the mercs coming off the pits. Get off the way, not like 30. As he is coming down to turn 1. Locks up a bit. To the left hander. Oh, he had a bit of a slidey back in there. But now on the second DRS straight. Coming down to turn 4. To the S section, turn 5, 6, and 7. Oh, that was wrong. Does go anyway, as further, not further, a place going down to the trick left hander here. Downhill braking, easy to lock up. Now on the second DRS straight, giving everything on his way to turn 11. Small lock up there. So Matthew's getting out of the way. Turn 11. Into turn 13. Into small straight here. Coming out through the last corner. What time will be the benchmark? It's an 125.4 as Jared was, no, Michael Moore was taking a 25.8. Then we have Lee to finish his lap. What I really said. It's the new benchmark 24.8. What about Cameron? Cameron crossing the line. 25.3 and Jared! I would call that a big fat force bottle. As Adam crosses the line to get in 26.2. And I think then Matthew Older is on a lap. Same as Brandon. Matthew should be purple, if not I'm very surprised. As he is purple. I think Matthew will easily set the benchmark. Comes for the last corner, pushing everything. Crossing the line, it's at 24.9, it's out of benchmark! Okay. Lead-in, still on provisional power. What about Brandon? Can Brandon beat maybe this time, or is he also going behind him as he rolls into P3? And Jared and Anzo both still in the pits. Someone else already on an outlap for a second lap. No, that's no one at the moment. As everyone is on an in lap. Surprised by Matthew not setting a benchmark. Let's see. As I want to see how far or where Matthew lost his time. It's at 27.4. The first sector he was down around the 10th. The second sector he was a small bit up. In the last sector he was a small bit up. So he lost his provisional pole in the first sector. The spot where Matthew definitely needs to improve. As we have 5 laps left and everyone's in the pits. Except of Brandon, but he's also now going to the pits. Then I'm waiting for the next driver to start an out lap. That I get someone on board. Yeah, the race is a 100% race. 57 laps of full speed race action. Normally we're driving 50% races who are only 45 minutes long. This time today we will have 1.5 hours of racing. As someone drives out for an out lap. I think it was AlphaTauri, now it's in Racing Point. Of Sir Hamrick. He's one who will be the first to try to improve on his time, or yeah, he will set a time. I think I only had one set of softs left, as he tried a few runs in Q1 to get off the bottom 5, and now he's in Q3. But I think there's no other movement in the pits. One of the F3 drivers in Q3, I think I already said about it in surprise. Nothing you would have expected. I thought personally at the review all F2 and F1 drivers mixed. I also expected a Tom Jewell being in Q3, but he missed also out the small bit to Cameron, like Kevin. Kevin also a guy I would have expected in Q3. Same as Sandra, who got blocked on his lap. But yeah, we can't change that anymore. Then we're focusing on going onboard with Sandra on his lap. This is now no sort of finish way activating. There is a lot of drivers coming out of the pits now, so we will have a bit of traffic. But I think everyone is going to do some space to turn 1 ceramic to this smart chicane here. It's turn 2 and turn 3 for him. As one of the drivers already pulls the right to give him out of the air and get off the way. Out of him, it's far away from my fielder. Sir Hamrick is probably in the first sector, but I don't think he is really. But if you know, he needs to get off the way as he is. Sir Hamrick pushing everything to turn 9 and 10. So he activates the DRS for the second DRS right now. There is no real car performance, but would give him a boost, like with the Mercedes engine. So, yeah, it's turn 12 now, into turn 13, so 104.8, it's a mixed sector, or complete lap time through now. And as it's on the smart right here, closing in to the end of his lap. What time really said this? Yeah, also still for the surprise, it goes to P8. Small bit behind Terminator, his Q2 mate, F2 mate, Fjorder on his lap. We saw earlier that he only lost 1/10 to Lee in the first sector where he needs to improve, and then he's setting the pole position now, or the provisional pole position time, as he is to turn 4. Sector 1 will be ended in a few meters. Is he up on his time? Yes, nearly 2 seconds. We're smashing our recon now to turn 5, 6 and 7. To turn 8, a bit of a lock up there. But nothing really lost a lot of time. Down the brake to turn 9. Easy lock up here. If you're not locking up. Activating the rest for the second straight. Turn 11. This qualifying's over and everyone's on a lap. So Matthew is 5/10 up on his time. Just want to get sure that I have the right person, yes, and we go back to Matthew. Matthew coming down to the last corner. Lock up there. But he will set a new benchmark. Provisional power for him, 24.3. What about Jared? Goes up to P4, 25.3. Then we have, that's wrong, what's Cameron? Cameron, what can you do? Maybe improvement. Up to P3 for Cameron. Then Lee. Can he match Matthew's time? No, he's not. And what about Adam? Going up to P6. And the Blaze and Brandon. Brandon is 2/10 up on his time. Maybe he can match Cameron's time to get P3. Brandon, can he match Cameron? Yes, it's P3 for Brandon. It's not a lot. And a Blaze invalidated his lap, so that's all starting grid. Matthew, although it's no surprise that he is on pole. Ahead of Lee, Brandon, and Cameron. We got a finishing order, and the starting top 10 is Matthew on pole, ahead of Lee, Brandon, Cameron, Jared, Adam, Blaze, Michael Marlowe, Terminator, and Sir Hamrick. And I think, yeah, Michael is the fastest of the 3 F3 drivers who made it into Q3. And by quite a bit. It's 6/10 around. But he also missed a P7 on a Blaze by 2/10 at 2000. It's always small gaps. But yeah. So now we have the 100% race, 57 laps, 1.5 hours ahead of us. As I would do a quick run through the starting grid, the full starting grid. So I have Matthew on P1, Lee on P2, Brandon P3, Cameron P4, Jared P5, Adam P6, Blaze P7, Michael Marlowe P8, Armin Bajramovic on P9, Sarmik on 10th, Kevin Harrison out of the top 10 with the free tire joys. Out of Fergie on P12, Tom on P13, Paco on P14, Sandra unlucky on P15. Out of Grayson P16, Jack in P17, Cameron in P18, Luke in P19, and Popeye in P20. That's our starting grid. As the drivers are now picking their strategy for the race, I think it should be in soft, medium, soft, or soft, medium. I don't know if the medium hard is quick or quicker than the soft medium, but yeah, we will see what the drivers are doing and what the game shows us as predicted pit stop strategy. So yeah, as we are in the grid and already 54 minutes live, but our formation lap is underway. Matthew leading the field. Let's see if the tires. Oh, that's here we go. The top 4 all on mediums. Jared, Adam, Blaze, Michael, Armin, and Sonric on softs as they qualified on soft in Q2. Out of the top 10, Kevin, Fergie, Tom, Paco, Sandri, Grayson, and Luke decided for mediums. Jack and Popeye decided to go on softs. And Cam rules as Cameron, I think is his name. It's the only one going on hards. So it is also good to see that we have a full grid here in the exhibition series. It's just a bit of an of a 4 race series to end up the game. to have a shorter time to F1. 2021 was coming out, I think, in 10 days. Am I right or am I wrong? I think it's 10 or 11 days for the people who bought the deluxe edition, and it's 13 days for the people who bought the normal edition. As we're coming back slowly to the start finishing straight. As Terminator got disqualified from the session, maybe hit someone. Hopefully all 20 drivers will finish the race. Yeah, that's a big F, I mean. Popeye comes back to the grid into his starting position as Cameron goes through the whole field. Or is it? Yeah, that's Paco. It's the last one of the exhibition series. It's Bahrain. 100% race out. Not a good camera angle. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go. I think Lee got a better getaway than Matthew, but he got a lot of wheel spin. So Matthew is leading in the turn. What we have behind? Brent going on the inside of Jared there. Mr. Side by side, Jared with his soft should have an advantage, as Adam was nearly spinning in the background there. What about Cameron? Cameron needs to defend. Oh, he doesn't need to defend, but now Michael needs to defend from a Blaze in turn 4. They're side by side. Blaze has the inside line, but now Michael has a bit of a better exit as he backs off, and someone lost swing background there. As Adam, I think, is losing a lot of positions as Grace in this round. Then someone trying to move. As Fergie wants to have it into turn 10 on Adam, but he's smart enough to not do it as nearly Jack run to the back of Fergie. Parkosaurus off track there in background. Don Joel also lost a lot of positions, same as Kevin. He also lost a lot of positions. Sandra got a big start, not a big start, a good start. It's up to P9. What's going on with Lee and Jared as a side by side? As Jared uses his ERS to get at, I think it was not the smartest move. Because Lee has on start finish right now the slipstream. As he's using the slipstream and the ERS to counter Jared's move. As Jared is trying to defend. As he goes on the inside into turn 1. Jared tried a bit of a switchback, but was not successful for him. Timings are glitch as Jared wants to counter directly. As he looks for a dive on the inside. He is going on the inside into turn 4 only. Great racing from them both as they're still side by side. On the way to turn 5, leaving enough space he did. And Lee is ahead. Is Jared diving into Lee again? No, he is not, but he's now under pressure from Brandon, who got a bit of a bad start. The background there is Fergie, and with that Ceramic spinning out. As Ceramic, after his good qualifying, also has some wing damage. But let's see, back to the fight with Lee and Jared. Jared still trying to get a good run on Lee to try another move. Jared definitely has the terror advantage on his softs. As he's already wasting a lot of ERS. As we starting lap 3, this is on top left, round 3 is not the right round, as Jared's already just trying with the ERS to pass Lee. Lee's not fighting, as he wants to save the ERS. Brandon closing in on them as well, but Jared is now up to P2. But I think Lee will count him instantly back because we have now the ERS. As the orbits his rear wing. Is gonna be close enough to try a move into turn 4. No, he backs off for now. Other people trying a move. As the both halves are side by side. We have an VSC. Okay. I don't know for what, but it's some VSC. Sandra in the pits. What happened? Ah, Sandra. Got a good start. He was, I think, in P9 for a few moments. But I think what happened then? I don't know what happened then. That's what I want to say. But I mean, it's all of the race. Did he retire in the pit? Okay. Especially with a 100% race, would normally not DNF in the pits. But that's his decision, as Matthew already is leading by 2.8 seconds. As he will thank Jared for fighting with Lee, that he can build a gap. But we're back at the green flag racing. This Kevin is back in P11. I just don't want it to go back. What about now? Lee in the DRS window of DRS. He closes DRS to not do a move for turn 1. As Brandon dives it out of nowhere, or he backed off, I don't know. But now Lee trying maybe another time to get Jared. I think he wants to back off to not lose more time. If any, yeah, it's both halves are still side by side. Adam and Jack. As Cameron's out of position, as Cameron crashed. Oh my god, Cameron crashed out of turn 4, I think. But Adam is now ahead of his teammate for this race, his car mate. They have another VRC. Okay. I think I should follow Jack and Adam here, because they both were fighting already a few times. Oh my god. Oh, Jack lost his wing. Driving to Adam's back. Is this a time penalty? A typical 5 seconds. Not yet. It's Adam again! Brake checks Jack, it looks like. Jack definitely needs to pit. Adam can continue. What about a Blaze at the back of Michael Marlowe? As the Blaze dives it out of nowhere on Michael Marlowe. Michael Marlowe saw that. I gave him a little of breathing space there, but he defended pretty well on the outside, and on the inside. As the Blaze is not close enough to do a move. The group behind Jared is still existing. So we need to keep an eye on that, and also the fight between Kevin and Paco. Oh, and that's Adam in the wall. I think Jack would say karma now, but that's unfortunate for Adam. He's out of the race. Michael Marlowe, all sitting in the DRS train behind Jared. And Paco was 4.5 seconds behind it, so Paco has no DRS and Kevin has DRS, and I think Kevin is a bit faster than Paco anyway. So maybe there will be an overtake soon. It's kind of really closing in on Paco, as Kevin also has a bit more DRS, but he has the DRS advantage as well on the straight. So let's see if Kevin can make a move on the straight, as he's closing in already. Does Paco have wing damage? Or is Paco just defending? Paco, I don't know if Paco just let him pass, or he just had no straight on speed. Michael Marlowe got overtaken by a Blaze, but a Blaze made a bit of a mistake there, as the Blaze uses ERS, as you know, So Micromore is just not close enough to try and move to counter back and get his P5 back. So he needs to wait. Ay. As the Blaze had a big slide there, but he saved his car. So everyone else is just separated by a lot. I think a safety car would spice up things. So Blaze is trying to get back into the DRS train. And Michael is trying to hold himself in the DRS of a Blaze to get also back in the DRS train. To have a time advantage. As it is lap 6 of 57. Lee, I didn't saw the overtake from Brandon on him. But Brandon now wants to get Jared out of his way as he dives it down the inside. Jared gives him a lot of space. As also Lee is diving it on Jared. And now Lee is having a bit of an exit speed opportunity on Brandon, both with DRS. As Lee's not dive bombing. Brandon there, as Brandon is now in P2 ahead of Lee, and Jared drop back to P4. Maybe the softs are already starting to fall off a bit. So we're back on the next ERS thread as Jared is trying using ERS in this thread, but it's really not the smartest thing to do. At least, yeah, he's on 100% DRS. When 82, Jared on around 70 sims a Blaze. As Michael is still not DRS man of a Blaze. The Blaze is now in the window of Jared. Jared using his DRS on stupid spots. I don't know why, but Brandon looks up there. As you have a triple fight now on the main straight. Jared's already using his ERS. But Lee's not using his ERS. But he's closing in on Brandon. Will he dive it? No, he's staying behind for now. Jared is not diving it on Lee. Obviously again, for this most right here. DRS advantage is not enough, as one of the Taurus is out. I think that's Tom. Oh, come on, Tom. Tom. No. Just... yeah. Fine, let's get back to the fight. As the Blaze is now in this fight. Same as Michael. It's a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits. And Tom retires from the session. Yeah. Retires in the pits. He sees no point in continuing this race, being so far off the field. But it is how it is now. Brandon is still under pressure by Lee. What about Lee? Is he finally using his ERS? No, he's not. Also not. Will Lee still dive it on the inside of turn 1? No, he's not wasting the diving. Yes, it's definitely the speed and anything else you need to go for a move. Is he going now in this second straight? He's still not diving, as he has the ERS to dive it. Bit of a better exit by Lee now. Because he's still not doing the move. So I need to just drink something. Lee again in the window of Brandon. Still not going for a move. Sure, is really aggressive. Gear switching. Oh, gear switches aggressively. Maybe this time Lee. Driving again in the system of Brandon. It's close in. This time it could be an overtake down. Yes, he's pulling out to the inside line. As they go side by side in turn 1. Brandon maybe going for a switchback as he is. Red switchback by Brandon, another one. Brandon has now the DRS advantage. So maybe he's countering. At least he's trying to defend somehow. As Brandon's not diving it. Only to get this position back. As Blaze is out of the race, he crashed out. Same like Cameron. There are probably a lot of DNFs. No safety car so far. Brandon dropping a bit. Awfully. So I think it's around 6 laps until Jared pits the first time. I don't know how long it is for the medium runners, but could be like around lap. Let me calculate. Around lap 25 or something. But Brandon closing in only. Is he diving it on the inside? No, he's not. He's backing up for now. Maybe he's trying it in turn 4. But for this he got not a best exit. This is our only group with fighting. But it's really unlucky for me. Have a nice helicopter angle there. Let's drop to the left. Maybe. No, I don't know why. Jared. I think his tires are dropping quite a lot now. Because he loses even more time and more time to Brandon. He's using his DRS a bit to get him better top speed to hold himself in the DRS. They got another time DRS. What about Brandon now? Brandon using his ERS and the DRS. But I think it's not enough. No, it's not. To try and move as Matthew's leading by 6.7 seconds. It's Kevin is in the DRS window of Michael Marlowe, so we need to keep an eye on them, not of them. Aye. It's also long and 1.5 hours so far for me. As comes really close to Michael. I think also Michael's tires are pretty much done now. So just have a bit of a fight here coming up. Kevin is using zeros. Okay, Michael just let him pass. I think they just spoke with each other in the party. But that's P5 for Kevin now. Let's go back to Cameron, not Cameron, Brandon and Lee. Lee sets fast lap so far, 131.8. Let's see what the fast lap was before. Oh, it's just 5,000 between his fast lap and the fast lap of Matthew. So I say another time, sorry that I forgot to change the language into English. It was like decision last 15 minutes to get me into the commentator seat for this race. So we have so far 5 DNFs. And I think it was 3 VSCs we had. I think a safety car now would be nice for the people who had a bad or a few bad laps at the beginning of the race. As Jared dropped off a lot from Brandon. Someone's also down one of the Williams, 30. I think he made a mistake, but his front wing is still completely alive. Yes, finally we're gonna fight Sondre Zarauk at the back of Cameron. Sondre slowly fighting his way back into the field, and yes, now the first one out of him, who is in the points, as he is using his DRS and the DRS as Cameron fights back with trying to say that the final line is him, but it's not enough as Cam taps him Sondre a bit, but Sondre is now ahead. Cameron really wants to fight back, but Sondre knows that. Is he diving it? He's diving it out of nowhere. Sondre wanted to go for a switchback, but they're still side by side on the way to turn 5. Sondre leaves him enough space and made it defending pretty well, and he secured his P10. Next one for Sondre is Luke. I should think I stay on board with Sondre for a few moments because Sondre, what a big lockup. As Matthew counters the fast left from Lee. He lost 5 turns from that. Bockus to Rose at the back of Michael Marlowe. Michael Marlowe should pit now. Same as Jared. Oh, okay, Jared's his teammate. It's unlucky for him as Paco now. And the slipstream just has an easy time passing him. Already had before the braking zone. And that's P5 now for Paco. Let's get on board with Sondre. Sondre should close in pretty fast on Luke. Sondre, the front driver, more experience, more pace. This gap is currently 1.6 seconds. Look, I think already looking in his mirrors, seeing this red Ferrari, the red horse, coming up in his mirrors, and it's backing off the car. As Jared came out of Luke. .3, 1.2. So they're closing massively in. 1.1. Does he have the DRS already on the next straight? Checkpoint? No, it's not. Not checkpoint bar. I think let's start finish straight. Sondre will go for a move, or maybe on the DRS straight after the first Dear stop man, so what am I talking? Oh my god. Never made so much commentary. But it's how it is now. It's 30. Okay, Fudge is ghosting. He left the session maybe. But Sonch now at the back fluke. On the man's raid. Should be an easy thing for Zandra as Luke is defending with the ERS, but Zandra has a DRS and a system advantage. Someone's coming out of the pits, it's a three-way fight now into turn 1. As Zandra is in a bad sandwich! As there's still a side by side, Luke and Zandra. Luke gives him a small bit of space. Zandra now with the ERS, with the DRS, same as Luke. He's on the inside on Luke. Luke still defends around the outside, but it's not enough for now. Zandra is ahead of him. Michael Marlowe another time on soft. Okay. Turn and last and Michael will go on mediums. I would have gone first on mediums and on softs because at the end of the race the car race not much like the middle or at the beginning of the race. Then you have a bit more advantage on softs. Samric also at the back of Luke. Sandra's non P9. Brandon is pretty close to Lee. Still just trying around, not doing much of it takes. That's why I was focusing on other fights. But I think Michael will gap Sandra now as Sandra is on 12 leopard hearts and Michael on first softs. Michael also should easily pass the ghost car of 4G. It's on lap 17 of 57. It's 40 laps left. Not even half the race. As he's just showing through his AI. Luke holds himself in the drive for Sandra for another lap. This looks a way off track. And then Lee for another time. Brandon this time really using his ERS. Maybe we see an undercut or something in this direction from Brandon on Lee. It's coming out of the pits now. I think it's Popeye. But Brandon's still not doing a move. Sandra close to 30, but 30 is still on AI. And the ghost car, and that's 3 positions for him. Sandra up to P8 now. After his good start, a bit of a bad end of lap 1 at least. Or lap 2 maybe. Fast lap from Michael Marlowe, 30.6. As when did Hemrick pass Luke? I didn't saw that. Still nothing happening between Brandon and Lee. Now in safety car would be nice, I think, for everyone. Everyone could go to mediums or to hards and then to the end, and then we would have a bit of more action for me, especially. Let's look also past the ghost of 30. Brandon, again, not close enough. Or we just don't want to do a move. But I definitely don't want to miss it. Another fast lap by Maclamalo, 3.4. Also just passing the AI of 4G. And Matthew with his old mediums, just showing where's the pants on. Matthew showing again the skill. Just completely, yeah, smashing. No, it wasn't a complete smash, it was just doing another fast lap. But Michael with his fresh softs and Matthew with his old mediums. Yeah, definitely a big demotivation for Michael, but I think he would have not calculated anyway with passing Matthew or being at the same speed as Matthew is. But honest at this point of the race, it's really boring. But nothing I can do against him. With the normal cars, I think we would just have only 6 laps to go. Around 6, 7, 8 laps. But we have still 37 to go. But that's how it is sometimes, but I just saw cam rules as close look. Both McLarens fighting. In the next few moments, this look is a bit more errors. As maybe Cam can do overtake on the start finish straight. Let's enter the barrier, Michael Marlowe again. With a fast lap, maybe it's getting to a bit of a fight between Matthew and Michael for the current fastest lap. As Cameron is on the inside of Luke now. Still using the DRS as Luke tries to defend. As Cameron is on the inside, Luke trying a big switchback. Sorry that I didn't commentate it into turn 1. I had a surprise guest in my room. As Saran breaks out. Oh my god. I think he made the same mistake as Adam did. But he's out of the race now. And Lee is in the pits. Let's see what tires are going on in his car. Another Another set of memes, and it's a virtual safety car. So now I think the Red Bull behind there, Paco, will also go in. No, he's not. He's not using the virtual safety car. Okay, that's surprising. But Lee came out in P4. Why no full safety car? Come on. Hey, I want some action. Action. But with the stop, I think Brandon will drop back a lot on the Look against Cam again. Maybe for another lap. Or 2 laps, maybe for a few lap fight. If Luke can hold himself in the DRS window and close to him. This Jack is coming to pass the course of 30. Oh, that's interesting. Matthew, Brandon, Kevin, all not pitting. So maybe Lee made the wrong strategy in that point? I think they were going for a soft, not soft hard, medium hard. So Lee getting or going onto mediums. He even would have made the soft, medium, soft strategy wrong because he was 2 times down on mediums. That's interesting to see what Lee is going to do with his strategy because he definitely needs to pit again to go in a different tire compound. Yes. Nope, still behind Cam. How's the IRL situation? As least it's fast lap 29.4. So Luke has a bit more IRL than Cam. As he drops off the DRS window, I think that's his chance done. As Lee, thank God, is closing in on Kevin for a small fight as we still haven't reached the halftime of the race. So Matthew orders pitting. It's the hard compound of tires. It is the mediums. That is interesting. Okay, but let's focus on Lee. Behind Kevin. Lee's closing in a lot on Kevin. There's so much more speed as now Lee is getting the same sandwich as Sondra earlier on, but it's not the worst sandwich as Lee is now ahead of Kevin, as Lee instantly wants to fight back against Matthew. Wait, Lee and Matthew was leading this race by around 7 seconds the whole time. Is this for the net lead now? It should be a side by side out of into turn. I can't talk anymore. Out of turn 4 into turn 1, but Matthew fight it back now. Wow, that was... I realized that very late that Matthew... He lost 7... Okay, yeah. He was on all tires and Lee was pushing the whole time, but... 2 laps? 3 laps for Lee maybe? Okay, that's very surprising. Sweep over fresh tires. So when Matthew's not getting off the 1 second window, we will have a continuing fight for the next lap. Maybe Lee going for a move into turn 1, maybe not. Let's see, is Matthew using zeros? No, he's not really. So he's closing in slowly. What about Kevin? Which tires is he going? He's going on to softs. Okay, just don't ask me about strategy. I don't know what they were doing. But Lee, the back of Matthew. Sector 1, someone crashed out. It's Paco! Paco, it's a bottle. It's another bottle. DF still is full front wing. I think yes. Lee 7 times behind Matthew. I think Matthew starts to push now to get a 1 second gap between him and Lee to have a bit of a break, a bit of silence now. Lee's still in the window for DRS. Brandon finally pitting as well. Also going on to softs. So then maybe they do softs, soft, medium, not soft, medium, soft. But then Lee's on the wrong strategy. But then Matthew as well. I'm so confused. Because the 100% races, I don't really know how long which shower is going. I just know that soft are going around 16 laps. So Brandon would need to pit again. He would pit again. That's interesting. But the fight for the lead is continuing. So I think they're going soon to lap someone. It should be Popeye. And he's just holding himself in the DRS of Matthew, but he's always not close enough to try and move. But Kevin and Michael side by side. Kevin to the last corner. I don't think it was the smartest move because Michael can fight back now with the DRS, but Michael got a bad exit. Fast lap by Kevin, 28.7. Okay. Not close enough to do something with Kevin. He's now out of the DRS window. That's it, that's his chance gone. Take the lead. But Kevin now is closing in on Jared. Obviously Kevin with his softs and yes, more pace. Should be an easy overtake for Kevin. Jared and Matthew just counters Kevin's fastest lap by a tenth, I think it was. for Joe with the older tires and Kevin having more pace than him. Kevin should have an easy overtake. So using the ERS and the DRS. That was close. Bit of Kevin's front wing and the rear right tire of Jared. But Kevin now is ahead and in P4. It's really a worst case scenario for me, having a 100% race and not that much fight to commentate. I could just commentate how they both pass 30 and obviously they're fighting with each other right now. Could commentate on that. As Grayson gets a way better exit than Popeye. He's passing in with the DRS. Popeye not really defending as Grayson is way too far ahead. Whoa, that was late braking by Popeye there. But here, what a contact as Grayson must have had a bad exit of turn 1 and 2 and 3. Because Popeye can counter now. No, he's not. He's backing up for a moment. That's Grayson with his fresher tires. Already nearly pulling out of the 1 second window. He's out of the videos window. No fights on track, nothing to commentate for me now. That's really unfortunate. I would have wished more fights, that I have something to commentate, but now it's just waiting until someone closes in and someone to have a small fight. Look, 31 out of 57. We passed finally the half mark. Mr. Hamrick, I think. Well, he hasn't lagged out. He was out anyway of the race, but he left now the session. As Michael Marlowe was in the pits to get on memes. Yes, that's what I know. He did a soft medium strategy, and that strategy is not complete. And he will finish on this tires as Andre goes also on the mediums to finish the race on this tire. Parker not passing them both, but I think, yeah, Parker definitely needs to pit as well again. Same as Kevin and Brandon. If Lee, Matthew and no, not Jared, can finish the race on their tires, I don't know. But I think definitely Jared needs to pit again. Or he's holding somehow the mediums to the end. .25 laps to go in this race and 25 laps left with IRL in F1 2021. the exhibition series. As I said earlier, just a round of the game, having a few special races like the 2006 Renault or realistic performance cars. We have also it here, what is FP for it, but yeah, we also had an F2 car race and now this 100% race. The smaller exhibition series is just a round of the game. We had, I think, 3 seasons in this game. Season 8, 9 and 10. A few champions, a few new champions, a few already crowned champions who just retook the title again, like Matthew Alder took all 3 titles in season 7, season 8, 9 and 10. In F1, in FP, Gerald Fosbury, the first ever FP season in season 8. He took the title. Kevin also in F2 in the last season. No, why I'm thinking that Kevin won a title. It was Lewis Wasman. He got on his second, but also Matthew Alder took now 2 FP titles in a row. I also took a championship back in season 8 in F5, who was seen like S3 but was actually F5 because we had so much drivers that I needed to do 2 extra tiers. But F2 and F4 then got split into F1, 2 and 5. So F5 was the new F3 and yeah, it was still a 5, but it was more like if the 3 drivers of season 7 and F5 and F4 splitted. F3 was more like the F2 drivers splitted and F1. Yeah. Season 8 was a bit crazy with the 5 different divisions. Or with the normal cars, there was 5 different divisions. We had also FP. The realistic car performance tier was also up for a surprise. Also close championships with the allocation system we're having since season 9 for last in this season. What's going on? So no. And it's always close championship fights there. Even if Matthew won last season by 80 points. But Matthew just dominating also in F1. And even with having always the slowest car in FP, he's taking wins, podiums. What is showing his brilliance. And as a lot of people say when Matthew Alder turns 18. You could go to F1 esports, and I think he will, but I'm not sure. Yes. And in this game was a few great seasons. Definitely also a good game, but had also a lot of issues. Like the timing glitch out of every race. And yeah. Codemasters got bought now by EA. So next game we also have a few new things to come in. But yeah, we just need to wait and see how F1 2021 is getting. And IRL will definitely return back in the 2021 game for season 11. I think there is from now on there will be a bigger break from this race to the next race, who will be the first race in the new game in the new season. I think that should be FP anyway, because FP is on Wednesday and always opening the seasons and the first rounds. But I think until we get back on track, we need to wait until August, or mid-August. But yeah, it was definitely a good game. think it's also a bit boring for the drivers as well. Just to drive around the circuit and just counting every lap down they need to drive anymore. Well, I think FP is not the opener for next season. That should be if they are streamed the race where we are testing how fast every driver is, just as a test to know, okay, who improved the pace into the new game, who lost pace, who stayed on the same pace, to get a feeling how to do the divisions. That if they're streamed, they should be the next stream. If not, then it's FP as season 11 opener. If FP stays on Wednesday, what I think will be the case. Then we will move again into another great season of FP, F1, F2, F3. I don't think we have another F4. That depends anyway on how many sign-ups. But for next game we have definitely also a few new liveries. Livery I definitely like is the Aston Martin with the screen. It's a pretty nice color. Same as the new AlphaTauri. The current AlphaTauri I think is also a very nice car from looking. Yeah. Mercedes will get a few changes on the livery. The new Alfa Romeo, who is coming up for F1 2021. The new livery is also very nice. Renault, we see this year, I think the last time as Renault, because they were going into Alpine. Red Bull, yeah. Always looks like the same livery. Ferrari, we get a bit more dark at the back end of the car. Was also looking nice. McLaren's, I think, nearly stayed the same. The Williams will get a new livery, a new completely livery. As the Haas, let's go to the track. The new Haas, even if someone says that looks like a Russian flag, it still looks nice as the car. Yeah, a few nice livery changes we had this year, and coming up in the next game. Oh, we finally have some fight coming up. Thanks. Michael Mall against Pecosaurus, Renault against Red Bull. Let's stay with them as Michael is really low on the ERS. As we have 19 laps to go. It's closing massively. Michael Malo. Grayson got passed by Jack. Oh no, Jack got passed by Grayson. Alright, I don't know. But Micromod around the outside on turn 4 on Paxorus. That looked a bit more like purpose. And it's a safety car! Yes! I don't care about purpose or not! Thanks! Yeah. We have a safety car! I'm happy. Oh, thanks. And Matthew has bad cards because everyone's pitting now and he still needs to drive the lap. But we see there in the background the Mercedes of Burnt Mylander. But yes, we have a safety car. Yes. Oh, we will have some action at the end of the race. I'm so happy. I don't care if Paco crashed out on purpose. I don't care about anything or some or how or whatever. Yes, we have a safety car. Oh, nice. And now everyone is switching on the soft, so it will be equal for everyone. Oh, yes. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Scam rules. Switch to the wrong tower, I think. But yeah. Safety car. The field is closing in on each other and we'll have a lot of fights. And I'm happy. Yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Safety car. This boring race in between. Yeah. Was, as I said, a bit boring. But now I talked a lot about the last seasons, about the new game, about the new liveries, about anything I can talk about with having no fights on track. But yeah, now it's again, I said again, with the safety car, the field will be closely behind each other and yes, looks like an unsafe release by McLaren. Hassley has a time penalty. Is Matthew out of lead? Yes, okay, he's still out of lead, that's lucky for him. But Matthew, Luke is in a bad situation now. I think Luke will follow the safety car. Or is he allowed to unlap himself? Yes, he is, nice. Okay, the first two people are behind the safety car. As I go now checking the warnings of everyone. Matthew having one warning. Lee has already in panda, so do I know. One warning, two warning. Yeah, okay, that's was third warning and penalty. Brandon on two warnings, so only one warning away from a penalty. Kevin having one warning. Jared is clean without a single warning. Okay, that's nice for him. Michael Marlowe also clean, no warning so far. So there's 1, 2, 3 warnings and a penalty, and already one. I knew that he had a pen, but yeah. Sandra on 1 plus penalty. Luke is clean. Cameron 3 warnings. 4 warning, it's penalty 1, 2, already on 2. Grayson 2 warnings. Jack having a lot of pens, plus 1 warning already. And Fergie is already, it's Ghost and Popeye having a few pens. And already another warning. So yeah, a few drivers clean, a few drivers having already warnings. As the field is grouping behind the safety car now. That will be interesting 17 laps. Especially with cameras between Lee and Brandon. So yeah, we have some action to finish this race, to finish the game. Let's go guys, safety car. People should close in now. Looks still not switching back to softs, okay. Cameras should better switch back to softs. First of all, to get out of the way for Brandon, and because he will be slower, way slower even as an F3 driver. He will more block than helping himself. And with the field coming back close together, pitting is not the worst thing in his situation. Yeah, he has a few cars between him and Grayson, but for the wall it's only one, and he would not drop that much. Sandra, Michael and Luke. The only one to come back to the safety car. Safety car stays out for another lap. But I think on lap 42 it will come back in to pits. And Luke is in the pits, same as Popeye. Luke switched back to the medium, it's too soft. Not like cam rules, he's dead out. Even when his tires are already used, they're just 1 or 2 laps out from the qualifying. But yeah, that's up to the people themselves, how they bid or when they bid or something else. But still, Luke and Popeye, I think they are back at the field when the safety cars in the last corner and last sector. So safety car will come in this lap. Then we have from 43 laps 43 to 57, 14 laps of racing, 11 laps of DRS action. So yeah, I'm hyped, especially after this boring power of the race, when other lights of the safety car going out. Lights go out. Yes, lights of the safety car are out. Safety car is coming in this lap. Matthew now controlling the speed of the field. Safety car drives back into pits. Everyone driving or weaving around to warm up the tires. When is Matthew going? I think he will be going at the exit of the last corner. No, he's not. Surprisingly. When is he going? Now! Or not? Okay. Just joke. Now he's going. Or not. Hell. Come on, Matthew! Don't do a big show. Just wait for it. Yes, now he's going because the line is coming close. Yes, there's a big group and everything's mixed to go the cars. So moves there's Kevin getting attacked by Jared. All those ghost cars are just in the way for everyone. There's Brandon and Lee's nothing. Kevin and Jared. Nothing happening as Sandra is getting attacked by Michael Marlowe. Michael Marlowe's actually goes way off track. But Sandra not enough speed to fight back. What about the front? These cars are really annoying. Even for me. So Lee is not closing in, he's following Matthew pretty close. Brandon already dropped off. Does Brandon has wing damage? Oh, I think he's an amplet missing. Oh no, he's not. Whew. It's good for him. But Jared is at the back of Kevin there. And Sandra also looks a bit struggling. I don't know why he's not directly at the back of Michael Marlowe. Jared is still in the DRS window of Kevin, as Brandon is back in the window. Michael Marlowe trying with the DRS and the slipstream, something on Jared. Is he diving it? Yes, he's diving it down the inside, or side by side for turn 1. Jared has now the inside line for the next corner, and Jared defended well his position. Can Michael still fight back? He's closing in with the ERS as he goes down the inside into turn 4. Jared holds it around the outside, and Jared defended his position. Yeah, that's great defending by Jared. Great racing. This is how I want to see, and what I missed half race. Yeah. Well, let's see. Kevin 1.3 behind Brandon, Brandon 1.2 behind Lee, and Lee is already behind Matthew a second. As I think the next lap should be DRS activated again. But all those ghosty cars are just annoying. With yellow flag. Oh, let's look around. I lost the swing. What about Michael now again in the slipstream of Jared? They're on both on the same year's amount. As Michael is cheering for now. I just can't really see Jared's car because of all the ghost cars. It's just, yeah. Oh no, Michael spun! Ah, I think he lost his back end when he was accelerating out of turn 1. But I just hope now, as camera rules also spinning, that's one ghost car less for them, for the drivers. As I just hope that Sandra and Jared are starting to fight. That Jared and Sandra shows Jared finally who is the old man, as Jared calls him always old man. As Kevin is fighting himself back into the window, DRS window of Brandon. So maybe there is a fight coming up as Sandra. Yes, so come on, Sandra. Stay like this. Push, push, push. Show the fastball who's the old man. As Kevin is behind Brandon. Kevin now has a DRS advantage. Brandon is defending with his DRS a small bit, is here on the same amount. What about Sandra? Sandra is closing in on the straight. Jared. Wow, that's really close between them both. Maybe a move now. Yeah, Sandra gets a way better exit, they're side by side. Sandra has a DRS advantage, and Sandra goes down the inside of turn 4, and Jared cannot fight back and defend his position. And now, who's the old man? Jared, eh? I'm just a bit joking around on the friends. Yeah, but Sandra is now ahead. As we have another safety car, as cameras crashed out somewhere. It's the same spot like Cameron and someone else spun already. So another safety car, maybe. Okay, it's good for Luke at least, because Luke can now, after a small crash, come back. He's coming back now into the field, having some fighting for good positions, maybe. I don't know what I'm talking. This long race. Yeah. Has Michael Marlowe lagged out, I think. As they will row in again. behind the safety car. Why is Michael's AI driving into pits? Does he have wing damage? The AI is just pitting for mediums. No. Oh my god. Oh, Michael. His AI is just pitting him on mediums. Oh, that's not a good thing when he's rejoining, or if he's rejoining. But, yeah. So, maybe again, now, I try again what I wanted to say about Luke. The safety car saved Luke now, because Luke can come back to the field and then trying to fight for some good positions again, because he crashed out when he was fighting with a few cars. So yeah, maybe he gets a second chance to get a P7 or something else. I don't know. Smite from Marlo's back, and now he will see the tire on what he's on. Oh my god, there's just a fat black stripe about all lockups in this corner. I think Michael has the gap to pit again, at least without losing a position. So Michael will, I think, pit again. Going back onto softs. Safety car's not coming this up hopefully from Michael. Do we have again some lapped cars? Yeah. Check between Kevin and Sondre. That's very ridiculous what our lap cars are doing, but Stuart. Okay. Michael, is he pitting? Yes, he is. As we have in the Exhibition Zero's chat, a few drivers already saying or complaining about these lap cars, just to get out of the way. Let's see if they do. But yeah, we are in the last 9 laps. So yeah. DRS if the safety car goes in the lap, if not 49. 51 we should have DRS again for the last 6-7 laps. So yeah. I think pretty sure that Matthew will win. Lee could drop a few positions from his time penalty, but maybe he's lucky to drive out the gap to Brandon and Kevin. So, but also then if Lee is not getting a good gap to Kevin could finish on the podium. Would be nice for him as well after his disappointing qualifying with P11. I think he missed out about, what was it? It's a long time ago. I don't know, 5000 I think it was. Jared, maybe jumping Sandra on time penalties, but I hope he's not. Luke is now back in. As I said already, the safety car goes in this lap. Matthew again controlling the pace as Jack gets a 5-second time penalty for a collision with Kevin. Yeah, that's the fucking bullshit with the lap cars. I think Kevin will be raging right now. Yeah, he destroyed his podium chances. 5 seconds could be removed, but I don't know if the stewards are doing that in the exhibition series, because I'm a steward and I had no incidents of all to do. But yeah, let's focus back on Matthew. Is he doing it again? It's closely out of the line. Oh, it's going now. So I wanted to say, if he's again waiting till he's nearly crossing the line to accelerate. But the field is on the way again with racing. Brandon Lee is diving it. Yes, he is holding his nose in, but he's not going really for an overtake. Someone else going to turn 1. Not just some lap cars, just bullshit. So I still see. Come on, camera. It's Kevin still at the back of Brandon. And Jared at the back of Sandra. Luke already dropping out of the window from Michael. Michael also wants the position from Jared. So that's a good train with this building here. When the DRS is on, then you will see what every driver can do. But maybe Michael Marlowe, for example, is doing an overtake before the DRS is coming into play, around lap 51. Oh, I think Race crashed. He crashed at the same spot as Luke did. As Sandra is bit dropping off Kevin. As Michael is passing Jared. Okay, I missed that. I don't know if he used IRL or something. Will Jared counter? No, he's not countering. Okay, maybe he let him pass, or he was just having a bad exit, or not no IRL, or I don't know why. But Michael now at the back of Sandra. Sandra is on 10 lap. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I know why. Just a tire raged. Michael has way fresher tires than anyone else. So maybe Michael could finish high here. Getting a P5, P4 or something around that. Maybe if he's lucky enough, he's getting also the position from Luke, so maybe a P3 could also be. But yeah, for that he needs to pass Sandra as soon as possible, as he's using his DRS. As he goes down the inside into turn 12, Sandra cannot fight back now. But on the next lap we will have DRS, and maybe then Sandra is fighting back. What about the front? Brandon is really close on Lee. As he's doing, yeah, that's what I want to say. It's not really smart because Lee gets out of the DRS. So Lee will definitely fight back on the straight then, and I think Brandon could also have a problem with Kevin then. As Kevin's already using his DRS to pass Lee. Ah, they don't have DRS. Okay. Yeah, it's activated in this lap. So, as maybe double overtake? No, he's not, but he got Lee now. And Kevin has now the DRS, but I think he's too far away from Brandon. Yeah, he's too far behind. As Jared drops behind Sandra, and Sandra drops behind from Michael. Still picks up his second tire penalty. Michael Marlowe now with his fresh tires is in a good position to get a podium. Would be really surprising as a street driver to get a podium, but he's one of the faster street drivers, so it's not surprising much, but I would be happy for him if he gets a podium. What about Jared? Jared could drop off Sandra's window, DRS window. And Sandra still needs to drive 2 seconds out of the... What am I talking? Sandra still needs to build 2 seconds into the gap to be safe in terms of his penalty. And Michael Marlowe now passing Lee. And maybe Lee is getting on track, not Lee, Michael on track the P2, P3. Oh yeah, we could challenge Brandon for P2. Because their tires will be very old, because 12 laps is already a lot. And that should be around 40%, and Michael should be around 5 or something. But yeah, let's see. I think Kevin will not give him the easiest life, the easiest pass. So Michael Marlowe really now doing pressure. I don't know if Michael has the pace to go for a race win. But with a lot of fresher tires as... Bottle out. Yeah, Sandra spun. Let's get back to Michael. Michael just should save a bit of rest because he's on the same amount as Brandon and Kevin. As Lee's off track. And Jared just says thank you. Same as to that he passed Sandra. But now Michael Marlowe. He could go for a double overtake on the start finish rate if they're not defending much. I think Michael will waste his all years. Yes, he is. Same as the other both. No, only Kevin is wasting his ERS. As Kevin could pass Brandon now. As Brandon is defending the inside line, so Kevin needs to go around the outside into turn 1. That's now the inside line for turn 2. Now Brandon has the inside line for turn 3. As he's still in the slipstream. Again with the DRS. He needs to go again around the outside. Michael just waits. And yeah, now he's side by side with Kevin. On the inside at turn 5. Kevin gave him enough space, but Michael has not be able to do a move. Maybe now to turn 6. No, it's not turn 6, it's turn 8. But Michael can't make a move. So we need to wait another lap, or at least until they're back on the start finish at the end of this lap. So yeah. Brandon having good ERS, Kevin a bit struggling, same as Michael. Jared is too far back. Michael really could get a P2 on track. Sandra gets another penalty. Miss Brandon is already trying to the side, other side of the track. So here we go again. Start finish rate and some big trainer. Michael drove way too much over the curb. Cost him a lot of time. He's not wasting his ERS now. But Kevin is wasting everything he has in the car to get close to Brandon. As he's not close enough at this point. As Lee got the position back from Jared as he's side by side into turn 1. What about Kevin? Kevin is I think not close enough. No, it's not. Jared only on the start, not on the first yes rate. It's turn 4 we go, and Jared is ahead of Lee. What about with Kevin? He's not fighting back. So Michael could be a bit frustrated behind them both. But Kevin, he gets anywhere in pens. But I think Michael now is just saving a bit ERS. Choose it then when the ERS of the not of the others of Kevin and Brandon is low. But Kevin is really close to Brandon anyway. So Brandon is sweeping around. But maybe Michael also sneaking back now. A bit backing off. To wait until he has a good position or a good opportunity to pass them both at one spot. But then maybe side by side racing, just going slow. But Lee fighting it back against Jared on start finish straight as Sandra is also coming back into this fight. As Jared can't fight back. What about Kevin? Kevin is not close enough. He is not close enough. It's a bit frustrating for Kevin as well. Not even for Michael. Michael knows he gets a podium, but if he passes Kevin and Brandon, he gets P2, not only P3 and pens. As Kevin locks up. So I need to focus now on both fights. As Jared, I think, just dive bombed to turn 8. So he backs off now. What about Lee? Lee going around the outside into turn 11. Jared is the inside line, but Lee made it around the outside. Now he can run the curb, but makes him a bit slower, and now Sandra's arcs. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, yo. What happened there? Sandra, I think, lost his wing. No. Then it was Lee who lost an end plate. And Luke now could pass Lee then as well, so Lee dropped a Unfortunately for him, a few positions from the safety car on. As Kevin is closing in on Brandon. Same as Michael. Is Michael F-bombing it? No, his body is going already outside on Kevin. Kevin doesn't need to give him some space. But now he's trapped again away behind Brandon. And next lap will be the last lap. So the takes needs to be done as soon as possible. As Jared dropped also behind Sondre. Michael could just dive it into 828. Yes, and he's diving into Stanley. Kevin was trying to close the door as early as possible. But Michael needed to go this early to have a chance of overtaking Brandon in the last lap. As he has a horrible turn 9 and 10. Oh, he's nearly off the DRS window. I think Brandon will not push everything he has. With his 16 lap Altars against the 7 lap Altars by Michael Marlowe, maybe it lag out, and the AI who switched Michael Marlowe back to mediums was not the worst thing to do. Definitely didn't lag out on purpose, but yeah. Kevin still chilling up behind Michael, maybe he's overtaking him back. Because Michael is way too far behind Brandon for doing a move now and the start finish straight. As Brandon also wastes his ERS. Both at the same amount. This Brandon could have his P2 secured. As Kevin is not going into the inside. What about Jared? And in fact behind him, Luke, maybe. Diving it down the inside. He's on the inside of Lee. Lee gives him the space. He now needs to give Lee the space on the inside for this corner. He did, and Luke, he lost his backhand, but he's ahead. But Michael really pushing everything, but right now Brandon is, I don't want to say a bit too fast, but he's not getting the times down as he wants. Talked out of Michael's perspective. But Jared also behind Sondre. Could keep an eye on that. Sector 1 as Jack retired in the last lap of the race. At the same spot where Cameron and other drivers crash out just on the other side of the track. But I think that's the chance for Michael Sauber to get P2 on track. So yeah, then we go on board with Matthew, who's weaving around. Dominant win, like any other win else. Matthew Alders taking the exhibition zeros on the last win. In this game as he is breaking down to go slowly over the line. Brandon finished P2, Michael P3, and Kevin. Why does Michael drop behind? I'm confused. Okay, but Jared took P5, Luke on penalties P6, Sondre P7, Lee P8. Pop IP9 and Fergie was AI. So yeah, Matthew took the last win because you possibly could have taken this game. As Copmaster said, Luke's drive of the day. So yeah, some entertaining last rounds. Matthew Alder taking the win out of Brandon and Kevin, who got somehow the podium. Maybe for him, for Kevin. After the qualifying. But yeah, Matthew showed again that he's the fast driver in the league. Yeah. The podium celebrations are still on. And then we go to the finishing order of the last round of the exhibition series. We have Matthew Alder winning with the fastest lap out of Brandon Glover, Kevin Harrison, and Michael Marlowe. I don't know what. Maybe Michael. I don't know. Jericho P5 out of Luke, Sondre, Lee in P8, Popeye in P9, and I think Fergie, yeah, he was an AI because he left the session. So DNF saw Jack, Grayson, Cam, Paco, Zohamrick, Blaze, Tom, Adam, Cameron, and Erminator, aka Ermin. 91 minutes at the beginning of the race was definitely action filled. At the end of the race after the safety car thankfully for the safety car I was, because mid-race it was really boring, but at the end of the race there was a lot of action. Some really nice fighting for the last few laps, round of the game, round of the exhibition series, and yeah, I think I'm not gonna do some interviews. I would have thought maybe mid-race I thought like maybe asking the drivers a bit around what they hope for next game, for next seasons, how they feel about the last game, the last few seasons. But I think I'm not gonna do any comms, not any interviews. But yeah, that's it for today. That's it for exhibition series. That's it for IRL in F1 2021. 2020, 2021 is still to come. So make sure you check out Twitter for some news around the next season, around the next game, and when the first races of the next season are starting. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you then.